Now, new research suggests more than half of young people aged between 11 and 18 in England spend most of their free time in their bedrooms. The study, published by youth charity Onside, shows young people are navigating a world outside school that is increasingly isolated and home-based, with limited opportunities for face-to-face socialising, making new friends and meeting people in person very difficult. Well, with me are Katie Savage, who's 17, from Dagenham, and also Jamie Masra from Onside, the charity that published this research. A wave back to you as well, Katie. So, Katie, you're in college, I believe. So once you get home from college, describe your typical afternoon, evening for us.
So now that I'm in college, after college, I just go to a place called Future Youth Zone, and they've helped me with so much. But before I started college, in secondary school, about 3 years ago, I never really used to go anywhere before I started Youth Zone.
Okay, so you went home, and what did you do when you got home?
When I go home?
Before you joined Future Youth Zone?
Before I joined Future Youth Zone. So what I used to do, I used to stay at home. I'd stay on my phone all day, really. I wouldn't really do anything. I kept myself to myself, and I didn't really have many friends.
Yeah, so not brilliant, not brilliant at all.
No.
Yeah. Jamie, to what extent is the story that Katie has described before she joined Future Youth Zone, how typical is that of the young people who you surveyed?
I think all parents would kind of recognise this, and then the survey, I think, for the first time, is the biggest study post-COVID into young people's social lives. And what it's seen in real stark fashion is two main things. One is just how isolated our generation of young people are becoming. So over 3/4 spending, as you said, the majority of their free time at home, half in their bedroom, but also how connected young people are to their devices. 3/4 spending most of their free time on devices. And that might be streaming content, it might be communicating with friends via phone, or it might be gaming. So those are two stark findings, I think, from our research, all of which builds up to this idea about a generation of young people who aren't interacting face-to-face, not enough of that face-to-face interaction, the importance that has on their skills and development.
Yeah, because lots of people might listen to this and think, well, that's what teenagers do, isn't it? They spend most of their time in their rooms. But you're trying, I guess, with this study to delineate between what's normal and what's not healthy, what's not good for a person's social development.
That's exactly right. And I think it's really, it's the first big study that's been done, and it lays it out in stark contrast what anecdotally we've known. And also, obviously, the skills that young people get, digital skills, digital savviness, these are important, but it's the cost because of the time spent on screens, isolated. And the problem that has young people not going to places like youth centres. At Onside, we've got 14 youth centres across the country where young people, they meet, make friends, they build their confidence. And not enough young people are getting these type of opportunities.
And Katie, I guess, obviously, as Jamie has outlined, all that time that people had to spend at home during lockdowns clearly exacerbated the problem. But now that you're out there socialising more, you're not just going straight from college to home and staying at home and not meeting anyone face to face. Now that you've changed that, you are doing that, what difference has it made to you and your well-being?
So it's done a lot with my mental health, and it's helped me with my confidence a lot. So as I do music, it's helped me with my music confidence, and it's just helped me with everything, really, because I get to socialise more with people, I get to meet new people.
So you've made new friends?
A lot of new friends, yeah.
Fantastic. And do you feel happier?
Yeah, I feel a lot happier because I used to be at home by myself. I never really did nothing. I love my parents, but I didn't have many friends. And now that I'm out the house a lot more, I just feel a lot more happier because I have a good environment.
Yeah, and you probably feel happier when you're at home as well because you're not there all of the time. Jamie, What's your advice to someone who's in a position where, they are at home a lot of the time, they're not particularly happy about it, they need to kind of lift their head up, don't they, get away from the computer screen, the phone screen. What would you say to them?
That's exactly right. I would say take the opportunities around you. Get out of the home, take opportunities where you can to meet new friends, get out to places like youth centres, I know it can be tough, particularly after COVID has got people used to spending more time isolated, but trying to break that pattern, and parents as well, carers encouraging their young people to break those patterns is really important.
And can they look at Onside at your social media presence? I know we're talking about getting away from phones, but in order to get there, can they look at Onside very briefly to get ideas on how they do that?
Absolutely. Do take a look. We've got 14 youth zones in some of the most disadvantaged parts of the country, another 8 being built. But youth centres are there around the country as well. We need more of them, but sadly only 8% of young people are going to them. So let's go attend your...
Jamie, I'm so sorry to rush you. We are out of time. Jamie and Katie, thank you both so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And